You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Macy Eglund. The Gilgo killings investigation now expanding following the new charges against Rex Heuermann. Suffolk DA Tierney came to Newsday Studios to talk about the latest developments.
We're never going to stop. As long as we have investigative avenues to go down, we're never going to stop.
Suffolk DA Tierney talking about the future of the investigation now that Rex Heuermann has been charged with murder in connection to the deaths of two more women, Sandra Castilla and Jessica Taylor, in addition to the Gilgo Four.
When you look at all of the six victims, so many similarities, young women, who were at a tough point in their life and were really exploited.
Tierney not sharing many details about Castilla, but we have learned she was involved in sex work, something all of the other victims also had ties to.
There was certainly anecdotal evidence that was what she was engaged in.
Tierney saying the alleged planning document has been one of the major breaks in the case, saying it helped prompt a second search of Heuermann's home and their focus on the basement.
One of the sections they talk about hanging tarps and plastic, don't use tape, use push pins. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to see if we could find areas where we have adhesive tape or evidence of adhesive tape or evidence of where pins are being used. We think we've found some of those locations.
Heuermann has now been named as a suspect in the Valerie Mack case. His alleged planning document mentions Mill Road, where her body and Jessica Taylor's partial remains were discovered in Manorville. Tierney saying the investigation expands beyond Gilgo.
We were going to turn our attention not only to the rest of the bodies on the beach, but also off in Suffolk County.
For the very latest on the evolving Gilgo killings case, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage. The Nassau County Executive is taking a new strategy to ban transgender women from playing in girls' and women's sports at county facilities. Bruce Blakeman proposed legislation today to make that ban a law. The county's Rules Committee is expected to consider it Monday. Last month, a judge voided Blakeman's executive order that tried to ban the transgender athletes. The governor has put the brakes on congestion pricing. So where does the MTA go from here? Newsday transportation reporter Alfonso Castillo explains the situation.
They were very much caught off guard and are furious about this. This was just 3 weeks out. The system was ready to essentially just be flipped on. And in fact, when she made this decision, it was minutes before they were about to hold the first public webinar explaining congestion pricing, and literally 15 minutes before it was set to go live, they had to post a message saying this is on hold as the whole plan is right now.
The MTA's congestion pricing plan was created to bring in $1 billion a year to support infrastructure projects. These projects included new train cars for the LIRR, station upgrades, and more. The state comptroller recently put out a report on what could happen if the money from congestion pricing is not there.
Without that money, the MTA doesn't have a lot of choices. They might turn to just borrowing a lot more money just to kind of get by. And when you do that, it puts pressure on them in other ways, including pressure to increase fares by a lot more than they plan to now, and to cut service. I mean, in the end of the day, that's kind of all that the MTA can control, is how much they charge and how much service they provide.
You can read the latest on congestion pricing on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. A local wine made by rock star John Bon Jovi and his son Jesse. Elisa DiStefano has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
Thanks for inviting me over.
Thanks for coming. Welcome to our house.
No big deal.
Our humble abode. I started coming out here when I was a really little kid.
So this is really like your home,
Totally.
away from home.
Totally.
For you.
Yeah, a lot of good memories. Playing lots of sports and all kinds of things in that front yard, and drinking lots of rosé. Right in these very seats.
Who was sitting in this seat?
That was my dad right there.
Sitting. You may have heard of him as Dad, John Bon Jovi's seat. And this is where it all happened, and you were right there.
This is where it came from.
Their East Hampton porch is where Jesse and John came up with the idea for Hampton Water. They say don't work with family, but you've done it with family. What has that been like?
It's been a lot of
for
fun.
you.
It's been a lot of fun. For us, it was an experiment for the both of us. So we came into it as peers and as equals, opposed to like, I'm gonna try to start a band, you know, and Dad, what do you think about that?
7 years later, and Hampton Water is now the 3rd highest selling premium French rosé in the country.
While we're talking about it, it's almost noon, come on.
Come on.
Let's have a drink. So we literally made this blend with Gerard Bertrand. So this is not,
Thank
you know,
you.
some white label that we just slapped our name on. We traveled to Narbonne in the south of France and worked very closely with Gerard, cheers, to actually make this product. So what you'll find is that it's very light, it's very crisp.
Goes down like water, Jesse.
The problem is it'll sneak up on you.
I better pace myself.
You'll have a couple glasses.
It's about to get a lot more fun. This summer, you can sip with Jesse. They're kicking off a Hampton Water tour at Bounce Beach, Montauk on June 8th and appearing at Dan's Taste of Two Forks at the Southampton Arts Center July 6th.
Start of summer.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Elisa DiStefano, Newsday TV.
Feed Me is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
A new Long Island meat market chain stocks everything from alligator to kangaroo and a whole lot more. Erica Marcus has today's Feed Me TV.
Are there any more beautiful words in the English language than I'm going to go get my shopping cart?
I'm here at Wild Fork Foods in West Hempstead. It's a national chain that specializes in frozen meat.
Ron,
Hey, Erica, how are you?
I am good. Shall we start our journey in pork?
Yeah,
Iberico is a
it's a
Spanish pig.
pork. Yeah, Spanish pig.
I asked personal chef Ron Fan to help me out.
I like this. Look at the color on this one.
That is a nice looking shop. There are two kinds of people who are going to get excited about shopping at Wild Fork Foods. They're the people who want a wholesome source for fresh, high quality steaks, chops, roasts, burgers. Then there are the people who are looking for the exotic, for the high end, for the rare. This is a whole suckling pig. Well, that's not
Very
something
nice.
you see all the time. A quarter suckling pig.
Oh,
I never saw such a thing. For the species and parts of species that you don't find anywhere else. I'm one of those people. Ostrich steaks.
alligator meat. Alligator tenderloins.
I think alligator is all tenderloin, right?
You got your bison here, your elk, your kangaroo, your yak.
Yeah. We've arrived at
landed.
Wagyu Corner.
Look at the fat on these guys.
Wagyu is a
Is the breed.
of cow that's very, very fatty.
Wow.
Okay, this is the tomahawk. This is the ribeye with the bone still on.
Oh yeah. I don't know why I'm holding it like this, but
So let's talk about freezing. You freeze blast at negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yes.
So that means it's really cold and it happens.
Really fast.
And if you don't eat red meat,
Oh, chicken.
there's still plenty to explore here.
Oh, capon. A capon is a castrated rooster. Hey, look at this foie gras. Duck fat. That's pheasant. I think we may have
think
covered
we-
all the meat.
we did it.
In West Hempstead, this is Erica Marcus for Newsday TV.
And for more on Wild Fork Foods, go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Newsday investigates the alarming rise of horse deaths at Belmont Racetrack. Learn about the tragedies, understand the concerns, and find out what's being done to prevent future fatalities. Fatal Stakes, now available at Newsday.com.
All right, now let's take a look at your Long Island weather so you can plan out your weekend. Pretty nice day today. Tonight we drop down to around 60 degrees or so, partly cloudy. Tomorrow, your Saturday is looking really nice. We may hit 80 degrees in some places. For a lot of us, though, we'll be in the high 70s. A lot of sun, a light breeze, so get out and enjoy it. As we expand to your 7-day, we're seeing high 70s really across the board. Maybe a little rain for your Sunday that we're watching now. So keep an eye on that and plan accordingly.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Macy Eglund. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.